Hi, I'm Jessie. I'm a 15-year-old grade 10 student. I play basketball and I pretty much love everything athletic. When I'm older, I want to be an English teacher outside of Canada and the US for places that lack them. I read and write a lot. I think I take after my parents in that way. My older brother Davis passed away from cancer on March 26, 2011, when he was 15 years old. He was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma March 8, 2006, and he was 10 and I was 8. Throughout Davis's treatment, it was so hard for us all. He was going through intense chemotherapy, and considering how high his endurance was, I couldn't even imagine what he had to go through. I remember the day the words, "Jessie, your brother has cancer," came out of my mom's mouth. I just got home from school, and I saw my parents and Davis sitting around the table in the living room. They looked so serious, and the first thing that came to my mind was, what did I do? Then I found out my brother, my protection, my biggest hero, had cancer. I was in complete shock. We were all crying. Then my dog, Henry, who's about 8 now, noticed how upset we all were. He started doing little flips and nudging us to cheer up. He made us all laugh during one of the saddest parts in our lives. And of course, he was by Dave's side through everything. In July and August of that first year, he had 2 bone marrow transplants and a major surgery to remove a tumor. I was so scared for him. And I remember when he came out of surgery, the anesthetic had worn off, so he didn't know who I was. That was just terrifying for me. All these scenarios played through my head, and I was there by his side the second he woke up to make sure he remembered his little sister. For all this, I was so mad. I was asked questions like, why me? Why Davis? Did we do something wrong? Something to deserve this? I never got them answered. Davis went into remission after a year of treatment. We were all so happy. In fact, it was one of the happiest times we've had together. He actually had a normal time at school, not being known as the kid with cancer. For 18 months, he was cancer-free. We actually got to be a normal brother and sister. I didn't have to be extra careful and we could just hang out. But then he relapsed in October of 2008, and it was such a surprise. I was so scared. I'd gotten older, I understood what was going on much more, and I finally really knew what he was going through. The chemo he went through the second time wasn't as intense as the first, as sometimes the cancer was hardly noticeable at all, but it was still there. In about September of 2010, it started getting worse, harder. By Christmas, he was just staying on the couch at all times. The Christmas was so hard. I was used to waking up and immediately waking Davis up so we could open presents. That didn't happen, but we were still together. In March, everything really started to go wrong. I think we could all sense that it was nearing Davis's end of his journey with cancer. We started making plans to set him up in one of the rooms in Flynn's Rotary House. It's a place for kids and families to relax, away from the hospital if they're near the end. We arrived on March 25th and had a hard night. I woke up around 10 o'clock and Davis was in his bed breathing very heavily. Soon after, he took his last breath and I held my brother's hand for the very last time. I'm the only child now. I felt so lonely. Even though I had amazing friends who were incredibly supportive, I just went to a deep depression. I really couldn't talk to anyone. I would just lie in Davis's room and listen to music. Kids Cancer Care was introduced to us years ago. Davis and I attended camp programs, and in 2010, Davis joined the Teen Leadership Group. Davis fought long and hard to attend the home build project and raised $2,600 as his determination once again was his driving force. Even though he was weak, he knew he could still make a difference. But due to his health and that he was unable to get medical insurance, Davis was told he couldn't go. Even though I was 1 year too young to participate in the leadership program, they asked me to join in the home build to represent Davis, my brother, my protector, my biggest hero. I wasn't too sure what to expect as I only knew a few people. I was scared, upset, and not sure if I could live up to Davis's expectations. It turns out that the trip to Ensenada, Mexico, in 2011 was incredible and empowering. It genuinely changed my perspective on so much. Meeting the families and having the opportunity to not only build them a house but a home was truly amazing. It was a difficult time for me, but I believe everything happens for a reason. And by giving families in need a new start to life, it also gave me a new start to life and the energy to keep pushing forward. It really made me feel like I could actually give back. Davis was so proud of me for making the trip, Sadly, he passed away just 2 weeks later. Because of the experience, I joined the team leadership program this past year as a full-time member. This past March was my second time building, and it was powerful in a different way this time. I built for a 14-year-old boy that I connected with. It really made me realize that despite where we grew up and what we are surrounded by, everyone is human. All 14-year-olds have goals and friends, and we're not that different. The team leadership group has helped me through so much. I've gained many attributes from it, like responsibility, independence, and the sense of being a good person. The group and everyone in it has made me more dedicated to doing things that I want to do. It has also given me more opportunities for the future. Because of cancer, not only me, but my whole family has met so many incredible people and had so many life-changing opportunities. Cancer is no doubt evil, but I can't change what happened, so I choose to take our cancer journey and pull out the wonderful things it has brought us, use it as strength and move forward. In Mexico, I had the privilege to work with Rotarians from Rotary West and Fish Creek, and it was so fun. They all put 100% to the build and are always smiling and willing to lend a hand. I really found it special making friends with the people older than me. They're great role models and great mentors. Even though because of our connection, I have built confidence and self-esteem. It is so important to have relationships with community groups such as the Rotary Club. You make younger people like myself want to push harder, learn more, be involved more, and never stop making a difference. I look up to many Rotarians, especially Dan Doherty from the Rotary Club, Calgary West. He really puts his heart and soul into everything that is important to him. I admire that, and because of the relationship between Kids Cancer Care and many of the Rotary Clubs in Calgary, my life and many of my friends are now empowered to be better people and leaders of today. As an active member, I would like to encourage Rotary Sarcee to participate in the 2013 Home Build Project. Myself and my peers would love to work with you and continue to change our lives together. Please hop on board and let's grow the Rotary connection even stronger. Rotarians are inspirational, and I am grateful for our relationship. Thank you for helping to better the world. Thank you for supporting me and my brother, my protector, my biggest hero, Davis. Thank you.